Welcome back, everybody. I'm here again with another of my Balanced Bodies members, Tara. We're going to have a conversation with her and find out her journey along this Balanced Bodies program. So hi, Tara. Thanks for joining today.
Hi.
If you want to tell us a little bit about you, like where you live, what you do, kind of all that fun stuff.
Yep. So my name's Tara. I live in Oakville and I'm a conductor for a small railway company. So we just move rail cars around.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can honestly say I've never met anyone that does that. So you're the first for
Pretty
sure.
fun.
So Tara came to me as a very different client than a lot of people that come to me. So she came to me not for weight loss, right? You came more for that energy slump at 3 o'clock. So if you could just tell us a little bit about where you were in your health and fitness before joining the program, and then why you decided to reach out.
Yeah. So before joining this program, I was struggling with my relationship with food and fitness. And I feel like I've been on like this health and fitness journey forever, for as long as I can remember. I grew up addicted to sugar. I was overeating. I would binge eat. I used food as like an emotional crutch. And I don't recall ever having like a healthy relationship with food at any point in my life. So in my early teens, I started drinking and I became reliant on alcohol for more than half of my life. And due to my addictive personality, workouts were rarely seen as a chore, but they were more like that hormonal high. I just came to love that. So to sum it up, before coming to this program, I was a food, sugar, and coffee addict and a workout junkie. But anyway, in February of last year, I got sober and I've been kind of on this healing self-development journey. And, I switched alcohol for workouts and I started working out even harder, but I was still eating very unhealthy on the side, even though like my main meals were kind of, veggie and protein based and stuff. But I was constantly grabbing those handfuls of mini eggs or sitting down and watching TV with gummies, whatever it was. There was always just sugar. And I felt I was going insane. Like every day I'd wake up and I'd be like, okay, today's the day, just no sugar, just one day with no sugar. And I couldn't do it. And it was like that insanity of every day, like just today, don't eat sugar. So that was a struggle. And I often didn't eat until maybe lunchtime. I'd go like the whole morning. I'd grab a coffee or whatever and not eat until then. And so, yeah, I've been following you on Instagram for quite a while. I can't even recall how long, and I've always been interested in your posts, but that is one of the things that, stands out, is that I saw all these people losing all this weight and I'm like, I don't need weight loss. It was the whole other aspect, all those informative posts about the hormonal imbalances that were just screaming to me like, Tara, something's wrong. So I know I was reaching out to you even before I got into the program, asking questions, getting involved in your challenges. And I just couldn't bring myself to join until, I don't know, maybe it was like 6 months after we'd been talking. And I was defeated. I said, I don't care how much this costs. Here's my information. Let's tackle this.
I think I remember that day. I got a text from you, and we had already talked about joining and let's get you feeling better. And you're like, no. And then I remember the day you're like, I'm done. I just feel like crap. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've hit my normal slump. I can't do this anymore. And that's like the straw that broke the back, right? And you were like, no, just get me in. So
I couldn't do it anymore. Take it all. Help me.
Yeah. Now, before you joined the program, with your addictive personality, did you try things before you came into the program? And how did that go for you?
Yes. Over the years, I have tried kind of everything from, isogenics, like buying shakes. I've tried juice cleanses, the Beach Body. I've bought all these self-help books. I've gone from working out to try to balance what I've been eating.
Over exercising for sure.
Yes. Yep. And rarely having like a day off, just constant. If I miss it, I don't feel good. And I don't know. There's just been countless things where I've just spent my money and haven't been able to stick to it, or it hasn't worked for me.
Right. Yeah. Now so you mentioned that we talked a lot before and you were like, no and no. So what was it that you were skeptical about before joining?
I was really debating this program, and my biggest concern was the cost. And it's not so much that it's super expensive when it's all laid out, it makes sense. You get a lot for your money in this program. It was more just like I've wasted so much money in the past on all these different programs, and half of that's, I shouldn't say half of that's me, but sometimes it feels like me where it's me not working the program. So like another smaller concern was eliminating the Furious Five, and like, how am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? Why am I going to miss out on this? Like, this isn't what I want. But this program, you start off small. First, you work at eliminating the five, and like, you switch up your breakfast, and then a week later, you're learning about lunches or whatever. And it all just comes in like little pieces. So it's not like, here's all the information, go crazy. And there's all the other access, or the other, we got the Facebook community group. I talk to you probably every day. And we get the emails, there's the workouts that are incredible. Like, there's just so much in this program. So when you break it down, that the money, it's always like oh my God, but
yeah, I know it is usually a big shock, right? And just because you don't know, usually going into the program, you don't know, like you didn't know, right? You didn't know what there was to expect. As much as I could try and explain it to you, until you actually see it, you don't actually really get it. But I really liked that you pointed out that, you've tried everything else, but nothing worked for you because one, you weren't committed, you didn't have the community, or you just weren't ready. Right. And I truly believe that you are like a total example of you were ready at the day that you signed up. Right. And my philosophy is when you're ready, you're ready. So whether it's Tuesday or Friday or Monday, like when you're ready, we're going to start. There's no magic number to start. It's just whenever you're ready. So when you were ready, it's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah. Well, I found it incredible because, like I said, I've been addicted to sugar, and I've been wanting for so long to eliminate it from my life. And as soon as I paid you, I stopped eating sugar. Like I, don't get me wrong, there's been a few slip ups and stuff, but I had a bag of mini eggs at my fingertips the day that I paid you. And I was like, take this away from me. Like,
right. And know. Something else that you said was that, you've done the free challenges, you've tried this, you've tried that, but it's really, honestly, until you invest in it, you're not going to do it. Right. I don't know how many free programs I've been a part of that I don't actually do, because unless you put an investment in it, you're not going to work on yourself, because it's going to be like, oh, it doesn't matter. Right. But no, I want to get my money out of this. So this is what I need to do for sure.
And I think there was a shift in myself too. Like I realized like I'm worthy of this. Like I am so worthy of this investment that I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Too.
Now we're coming up to your 3 months, your 12 weeks. Can you touch on some of the specific results and benefits that you've experienced? Now, remember, you didn't come in for weight loss, right? So this is a little different conversation, but like you've had so many different breakthroughs throughout this whole time that are non-scale related. It's been so awesome to see.
Yeah, I have like a pretty big list here. So some of the results that I've noticed, so that my brain fog and afternoon fatigue is diminished. I have changed my body composition. I'm like more muscular. I am stronger. I can lift more weights and challenge myself. And I shouldn't say more, but heavier. And I also can take a break from working out. Last week, I didn't work out for 4 days and my body composition didn't change. When I did my weigh-in with you on Monday, I was like, oh my God. And I like stepped on the scale. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy how just food impacts, because before it would have skyrocketed when I was eating those inflammatory foods.
Right.
I've had some lifestyle changes. I didn't used to cook. My partner used to do like all the cooking, and I'm in the kitchen now almost, well, I am in it daily, but I'm excited to be in it, and I'm doing some meal prepping and stuff. I have more control over what I eat and when I eat. So that's been nice for someone that overeats all the time. I am able to be around sweets and not be tempted.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
Huge. Yeah.
And when I think about food now, my whole mindset has shifted. Like if I'm at all craving sugar, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have an apple, or like, I don't know. It's kind of bizarre. I also eat leftovers now, and I will eat some. I just like, I make such good food now that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to just eat what I had yesterday.
Have it again. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm also learning what my body likes and doesn't like. I can tell when I've had one of the foods that have like that'll cause inflammation or bloating. And I'm still learning about what I'm eating and how it affects me.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of cool. And I'm learning to listen to my body and take breaks from my workouts, which normally I'd be doing like 1 or 2 a day. And the other day I put on a sweater that I've had since probably about the time my daughter's been born, so about 14 years. And I know it's just a sweater, but it looked better than it did 14 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I haven't lost a lot of weight in this program, probably about 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And, but it's been maintained. So
What I really notice in your before and after pictures is the tummy. There was the bloating in the tummy, and you're a very small person. So you can notice the bloat. And now it's like you've got this 6-pack happening, right? Where you've got the abs coming out and your shoulders are popping. Like we can see it right here in your tank top, right? And those are things that you wouldn't have gained without cleaning up your diet, right? It doesn't matter how much you would have lifted before or how many workouts you would have done. Until you clean up your diet, you just, like you're not going to get those changes in your body composition. So I think that's like big for you. Now, there are things that we're still working through, because from a hormonal basis, it sometimes takes a little bit longer than we think, right? So there is some things that we're still working on, but I think your list of gains that you've had are just so impressive, right? Like we have to think beyond the scale. We have to think of our feeling. Like, how do we feel? How do we carry ourselves every day? And you just pointed out all the things that I'm sure many other people experience throughout a day and go, wait, that brain fog's just normal, isn't it? And it's really not normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's good. Now, my question to you is, if there's anyone considering reaching out and joining the program or asking questions, would you have any advice for them?
Yes. So I would just, like what I would say to them is that if you're struggling, and whether it's with weight loss or hormonal imbalance, and you're always giving a whole list of hormonal imbalances, like symptoms of them.
Yes.
So if you're struggling with either of those, just give this program a try for 90 days, because in those 90 days, I'm pretty sure you'll notice a huge difference. Like I noticed a substantial difference in myself in less than a week just by eliminating those furious 5 foods. And so, like the price may be scary, but when that cost is broken down, I've been spending $8 a day on lattes. And like I'm finally breaking that habit, but that's pretty much, it might be 2 lattes a day or whatever, but regardless, the value and everything that's included is just, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. And I love that you said the latte thing, because so many people are like, oh, I can't spend money on that. But they go and spend, on those fancy drinks every day that are actually causing like a chemical storm in their body. They're not even realizing it, because it's just, no, this is what I do, right? I buy that latte every day. Meanwhile, add that up over a matter of 90 days, and you've got probably the same amount or more than you'd spend on the program to get yourself healthy. And then what is the cost? Do you want to feel better, or do you want to keep spending your non-expensive latte?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and the benefit is you include your workouts in the price.
Mm-hmm.
So, if someone's paying for a workout app or the gym or whatever, you can eliminate that cost and kind of look at it that way too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that like if a person shows up each day and just gives it their all, even for just 90 days to try it out, and there's always going to be those little slips and you pick yourself back up, you'll totally get your money's worth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I'd
great.
say.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. This was so nice to hear your story. And I think it helps a lot of people who might be in the same position as you, right? And everyone's story is different, and everyone's journey throughout this process is different as well. So it's nice to hear the different angles of it. And yeah, I'm so happy for all the changes that you've made and all the good that you've seen out of it. So that's so good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, until next time, see you later.